or should I say the defending champions, because Denver has fought, clawed, bullied and punked their way right back into this series as they go into Minnesota and beat them decisively in 2 games. That half court shot that Murray hit, that sort of like told you what was going to happen in the game. Usually, when people hit shots like that means everything is going their way. They're going to have all the luck. Uh, Reed, very relevant. Rudy Gobert didn't do shit. Carl Anthony Towns didn't do shit. Bench really didn't do nothing. Anthony Edwards single handedly kept them in that game, basically kept them from losing by like 30 points. Great effort by Anthony Edwards, 44 points from him. He was the only one that seemed to have showed up. Like I said before, um, a lot of people are saying the long layoffs, but it had been 2 days to let a lot of the air out of their tires based off the fact they got the rest for so long. So now, so now Minnesota has to go back into Denver and try to win in Denver. And it's going to be a little bit different this time because now Denver has them right where they want them. Keep in mind, Denver has home court advantage. Now Denver has to. Here's the thing. Now Denver has to go in there and see can they just basically try to wrap the series up. You don't want it to go back and forth. So now Denver needs to go in there and win these last 2 games. Now I think if Minnesota can go back into Denver and win in Denver again, which I think is going to be very difficult. I just think it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult to go back in there and try to win. I think Minnesota's best chance was tonight, and they just didn't show up to play. The only person that showed up to play was AE. This is why people believe he's going to be one of the best players in the league. So, with that being said, so now what? What does Minnesota do now? Now, if Minnesota was going back into Denver, basically up 3 games to 1, and they end up losing game 5. Okay, well, you still got to go back to Minneapolis for game 6 to close them out. So I just think they blew a golden opportunity to secure this series. I think it's going to be very difficult now for the T Wolves to win 2 more games to wrap up this series. I think their best chance was to try to get at least one at home, and they lose both games at home. So once again, this is what I try to tell you about home court advantage being overrated. It's just all about playing the best basketball, having the best game plan. It doesn't matter where you're playing. If you have a good game plan and you execute it the right way, it doesn't matter whether you playing in the opposing team's home stadium or you're playing in Greece or you playing in Asia somewhere. You're gonna win. You're gonna be successful. So, like I said, right now Denver is just playing better basketball. They've been dominant these past 2 games. Jokic is showing why he's arguably the best player on the planet. Aaron Gordon had a great game. Um, Murray did what he needed to do. He was solid. So, and then they played good defense and, the bench contribute. So Minnesota's in a bad spot. I was just talking to the brothers, and we believe that we believe that the Timberwolves may have blown this series. We're not going to point any fingers at anybody. Some people were saying that somebody jinxed the Timberwolves instead of just letting this series play out. And did we speak a little too soon? Yeah, we did. We got caught up in the moment, and I think we did disrespect Denver a little bit because they are the defending champs and they showing why they're the defending champs. So, um, still a lot of basketball to be played, unfortunately. Denver still has to win 2 more games, but if you want to go by momentum, they got all the momentum. And as dude said at the end of the classic movie Juice, you got all the juice, man. Jokic and Denver Nuggets got all the juice. So, like I said before, this is going to be very difficult for for the Timberwolves. I mean, AE, he can't do it all by himself. Like I said, he single-handedly kept them in that game. He single-handedly kept them from getting blown out by 20 or 30 points due to the fact that he balled out. Problem was, nobody else did. So we're going to have to see what happens next in game 4. But I think if Denver wins game 4, in all likelihood, they'll wrap this up back in Minnesota. It'll just be what you call a delayed sweep. So we'll see what's up. Anyway, it's your boy Tim. I'm out.